Hello and welcome to the Breaking the Unseen Chains ... entity removal. I'm going to say a little bit more about why this topic, what you can expect. So let's get straight into it. First of all, thank you to everyone who has signed up, because I know I've been a little bit cryptic about this one. And also for those of you who are lucky enough to pre-register and you're watching the replay recording, thank you for joining us. This one, and even putting it into words in terms of, okay, what are we doing? What is it all about? I was playing with the graphics and the images because I wasn't quite sure how to put the language to it. It was about entity removal. Perhaps it was that thing where sometimes people almost feel as though they've been cursed in some way, shape or form. It was about removing dark energies, but just even finding the words and the images has been a fun one. But that's a little summary of some of the things that I came up with as we were playing around with this in terms of putting into words what our guest today, Kate, does. And you'll hear from Kate in a moment. So let me just say in a nutshell why this topic of conversation. I was noticing that something that kept coming up when I was speaking to people, and it would get to a point where they would almost put their hand over their mouth, or they can't believe they're saying, or they'd even say, I can't believe I'm actually saying this. But they would actually say, I feel as though I feel cursed in some way, as though they said that's the best way I can describe it. And I thought, I know exactly what they mean, because I had noticed a recurring pattern in my own life. And just to put it in a nutshell, I could bore you all day with some of these stories. But there were people who appeared that they did not want me to succeed. So they were happy for me to support them, but they would go out of their way. They would like bend over backwards not to offer any support. So I might, invite them to workshops, put them on my platform, invite them to come and speak, organize workshops for them, invite them as a speaker. I do all the work. They just show up and speak. And then when I'd say, put this in your newsletter, blah, they wouldn't do it. Well, let people know they wouldn't do it. And they would even have the front to take some of the things I taught them, scrub my name out and present it as their own. It was that level of crazy. So I've been aware of that pattern. Sometimes I would go, did I just imagine that? Did that really happen? And then I'd get people angrily pulling me to one side and going, what the hell's going on? I've just seen the way they're behaving. Or I'd be getting messages and emails and text messages. So I was like, okay, this isn't in my mind. I am not imagining this. This is really going on. And it's almost like the opposite to what I was doing.